Good morning, good morning. How are you doing? We're diving in to our book. We are on chapter 7, and yesterday was a ton. Yesterday we talked about everything that you can do in the morning for 60 minutes. If you give yourself 60 minutes extra, you get up early, and if you do all of the things that the author laid out, you will find your mindset getting stronger. You're going to feel better. You're going to go after your goals. You're not going to quit. Yesterday was pretty intense. So here's my question. I want to know, as you're tuning in, are you reading the book with me or are you just listening? Either way, do you have the book or are you tuning in here every single day? And have you implemented the actions from the book? So have you put your phone away from your bed so that you set your alarm and you have to get up to wake up? Did you remove your phone from right next to your head? Do you get up and immediately brush your teeth? Do you drink some water? Do you go move your body? And then has anybody done the 60 minutes? Who's getting up earlier? Who's found themselves going, I can do this. I want to take control of my life. I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to do these simple steps. Because if you read yesterday, he said the miracle morning is 60 minutes and he gave you a schedule. He said there's silence for 5 minutes, affirmations for 5 minutes, visualization for 5 minutes, exercise for 20 minutes, reading for 20 minutes, and scribing, which is journaling, for 5 minutes. So I'd love to know, are you doing it? If you are brand new to the concept of getting up and taking ownership of your morning, how are you feeling? So, you want to know something? We went to bed really late. Yesterday was softball night, and we came home and had a really great conversation with our girls. If you're brand new to the page, post new below, but we have 4 daughters, and they are 13, 11, 9, and 8. And so we sat up until almost 11:30 last night just talking. Great conversation with our kids. And by the time we went to bed, it was late. And I did not allow myself to get in bed last night and count how many hours that I was going to get before I was going to wake up early this morning to work out. And then I got up this morning and I thought, I'm not going to count how many hours I had to sleep. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get up, because if I don't, and if I sleep in, and if I don't get all of the things that I love to do in the morning done, I'm going to wake up with the kids. I'm going to have that regret of not getting up. I'm not going to get my workout in. I'm not going to get my reading in. I'm not going to talk to my Keto Mom page. And so remember, I had to think about how I didn't want to feel and how it wasn't worth me sleeping in for another hour. But I shot my feet out of bed, brushed my teeth, grabbed my ketones, went upstairs, did my workout, because the feeling of getting all of that done outweighs the feeling of sleeping for an extra hour. And so remember, if you're like, oh, I just can't get out of the bed. If you can do it one day, right? One day. And then you can remember how great you feel, that will push you that extra little push to get out of bed. So this next chapter is really simple. He takes what we learned yesterday of the 60 minutes and he says, here's the deal. If you don't have 60 minutes in the morning, the number one excuse for people in taking back their health, and we're just going to say your health right now, is, do you know what the excuse is? I don't have time. Anybody ever say that? I don't have time. I don't have time. Well, we all have the same amount of time, but we are choosing not to make the time. So this is what he did in this next chapter, chapter 7. He said, I get it, we're all busy. My biggest challenge was finding time to act on all of these realizations of the things that he needed to do. So he gave you a 6-minute miracle morning action step. So if you need to do anything, if there's anything that you're like, 60 minutes, you want me to wake up an hour before I normally wake up, and you want me to do all of these things, what I would say is start with baby steps. If you followed me for any period of time, this is how I help people on switching over their food, right? So we don't dive in and clean out the fridge and clean out the pantry and do strict keto right away. We take one day at a time, one meal at a time. We work on drinking more water. We talk about your sleep and your stress. We talk about basic things that you can do without thinking to make it so you feel, and you will be winning every day. Same concept. So he said, okay, if you're not in the place where you're going to give it 60 minutes every morning, here's what I want you to do. Get up and give yourself 6 minutes. 6 minutes to your morning. Do you think you can do that? Can you do that? How is your morning going, by the way? I'm just curious. All right, he says, I think that we can all agree that investing a minimum of 6 minutes into becoming the person that we need to be to create the level of success and happiness that we truly want in our lives is not only reasonable, it is absolutely a must. Even when you're pressed for time, I think that you will be pleasantly surprised in the next few minutes as you read and realize how powerful these next 6 minutes can be. 6 minutes. Can you do that? So, set a timer. You've got 1 minute of silence. And so if you don't have the book, it's so great. Get the book. If you're following along, it's basically doing what he said to do yesterday. 1 minute each. 6 minutes of silence. Just sit in the morning, gather your thoughts. He talks about breath work. We've had the opportunity to learn from, do you guys know who Tony Robbins is? Has anybody ever listened to him? We have had the opportunity to learn a lot from his son, Jarek Robbins, and he talks about, I'll tell you, you guys want to know what's so powerful? It's so powerful as a mom or in any stressful situation, or if you just get that angst in the day of like, I am going to freak out, or I don't know if I can control this. Any period of time where your heart rate starts beating, here's what he taught us. And it's so great. And my kids know when they see me do it, they better back up off for a second. But he talks about breath work, and there's so many different ways to do it, but this is the easiest way to remember when I have to like take a second. He says, breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds. Breathe out for 4 seconds. And then hold it for 4 seconds. Picture it like a box, right? So breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Hold it. When one of my children are going to freak out in any point of the day, I'll be like, breathe. And I will do this with them. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold. If I am overwhelmed in any point of my day, or even this morning, like I honestly was tired. I was tired and I had to be like this. And then I said, all right, let's go. I don't know if that helps you, but it helps me a ton. So, all right, 1 minute of silence, 1 minute of daily affirmations. What do you need to tell yourself to encourage yourself today? Look in the mirror, and maybe all you say is, you know what? Go look at yourself in the mirror, and you might think this is weird. Shut the door. Nobody has to hear you. It's not a big deal. And say, I love you. And go speak over the words that you maybe don't believe right now, but you will if you keep speaking it. Look at yourself and go, you are amazing. You are strong. You can do this. You're going to have a great day. You're going to choose the best foods. You are going to be in control of your life. What if you said that to yourself every day? Do you think that would change your mindset? 100%. So 1 minute of mindset. 1 minute of visualization. If you have a vision board, go look at your vision board. If you don't, think about the things that you would love to have for your family. Visualize it in your mind. I think you should create a vision board. They're pretty powerful. 1 minute of gratefulness. He said, write down for a minute what you're grateful for. Maybe if you don't write it down or journal, send a text message every morning to a couple people and say, hey, thank you for everything you do for me. Hey, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for what you've done for me in the past. Hey, I was thinking of you this morning, and I just want you to know that I'm so thankful for you. What if you did that every morning to 3 people? You'd help their day out, and I bet you'd help yourself out. 1 minute of reading. Can you do 1 minute of reading? That's like 1 to 2 pages. So if you don't take 20 minutes, 1 minute. 1 minute of reading. And then he said, lastly, 1 minute of moving your body. So in your room, in where you're at, do some jumping jacks, get on your bedroom floor and do some push-ups or sit-ups, go walk around your house for a minute. Maybe you could walk around your house for a minute while you're visualizing what you want for your future. 6 minutes. Do you think you could do this? If you don't have the 60 minutes down, 6 minutes. I bet you can do it. Honestly, it's being mindful of your day. It's setting the intentions of your morning so that you are in control and the world isn't. So that you go after the things that you want and other people don't make choices for you. I actually skipped to the end of the next chapter, so we'll read this tomorrow too, but I wanted to read this to you. It's the title of this video. Remember, the moment that you accept total responsibility for everything in your life is the moment that you claim the power to change anything in your life. I thought that was super powerful. So, with that, I think the book is great. We're going to finish it here in the next couple days. There's a couple chapters left. And then we're going to dive into Atomic Habits, which is some serious action. He gives you an action step for your entire morning. And then we're going to take it the next step further and dive into Atomic Habits, which is going to help you create systems in lots of areas of your life. It's not just health and fitness, but it's an incredible book. I hope you're having a great morning. We have a busy day. And if I did not get up today, if I let my tiredness stay in bed, man, I would have regretted it, because I have, between phone calls and Zoom calls, our daughter starts horse riding lessons. We have so many things that I would have regretted it. So if you need to remember why you get up in the morning and you don't want to feel that terribleness of, you know how like if you're eating healthy and then you eat a donut or you eat something and you feel like garbage, you have to remember that feeling. That is what your why. I don't want to go back to that. My vision is where I'm going. So I hope you guys have an incredible day. I'm always here to help. Private message me with any questions that you have, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.